he tells people, when I reached out to you, he told me, oh, you think your word is safe. Exactly when you reached out to Miss Willis, she called me and told me, she tell me everything. So once you reach out to her, she's going to reach out back out to me. So I didn't even go to HR. And he put Dexter's name on my PDP, and I didn't even.
Welcome back, warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. So today, I want to give you all updates on what's going on with that DA in Fulton County, Georgia, Fani Willis. Yes, she's gotten into herself into more trouble. She's facing yet another investigation. Yes, she is. And this one has to do with a whistleblower. But before we get into that, I want you all to remember to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, make sure those notifications are working. I kindly ask that you watch the video all the way to the very end. Don't forget to follow me on Rumble as ChatWithMeLindaB, but type it in as one word, and social media, Instagram, TikTok, X, and Patreon. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. So I want to share this article with you all. This is from Newsweek, and this says Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis is facing a new investigation into her office's alleged misuse of federal funds. The Washington Free Beacon reported Wednesday. A letter obtained by the conservative news website shows that two Republican senators, Chuck Grassley of Iowa and Ron Johnson of Wisconsin, wrote to Willis demanding information about an alleged misuse of federal grant funds by the district attorney. Now, I did a video back in, gosh, it was April, I believe, that maybe March, of an audio leak of this whistleblower. And the whistleblower's name is Amanda Timpson. And Amanda Timpson went to DA Fani Willis in regards to another employee in the office. And she noticed that the federal grant money that was supposed to go to inner city youth was being used for other things like computers and other items. And, you know, of course, grant money is supposed to be specifically used for that reason only. And also, it says the news probe would mark the second congressional investigation Willis is now the subject of after the House Judiciary Committee chair, Jim Jordan, because he subpoenaed her, a Republican from Ohio, launched a first investigation into the same allegations in February. This is like 3 months later, and, you know, this is still kind of bubbling up. So the accusations come from a whistleblower, which I just named, former Willis staffer Amanda Timpson, who said the district attorney misappropriated federal grants worth $488,000 and used it to pay for, it says here, she used it to pay for computers and other ineligible expenses. Now, those ineligible expenses could have been those little trips she was taking with a boyfriend. And this is what the Washington Free Beacon reported. The money was meant for the creation of a young gang prevention center, which, according to Timpson, never opened. This center was supposed to be to keep the kids in Fulton County off the streets, to keep them from joining gangs. And this is what, you know, and look at her right here. This is, I just want to comment again while we're looking at a picture of Miss Fanny Pack. Amanda Timpson brought this information to Fanny with the hopes of getting something resolved, and it never did. And this is my problem with a lot of politicians. They say they're going to do something to help the underprivileged community, and the people vote for them based on appearances, and then they don't get anything out of it. They don't get what they want out of the situation. They don't get any help with schools, with getting crime off the streets. They didn't get this gang prevention center opened, all because of greed. So a lot of politicians, like, this is really not newsflash to you guys. You already know that most politicians, most are in it for money, and they're not really there to help people. And they come across as, I guess, is very believable because they keep getting elected and nothing ever gets done. And this cycle continues of these neighborhoods that are going down, further down into depravity because of people like Fani Willis.
Once I told him about his, respectfully and in an email, about his lack of leadership and the fact that he wanted to do things with grants that were impossible. And I kept telling him, like, we can't do that, and questioning stuff. He would take me off projects, tell people I wasn't doing what I was supposed to because I questioned him. Because I understood, I helped write that grant. I knew what was in that grant. He told everybody in front of Crystal, Deontay, everybody, we're going to get MacBooks, we're going to do that, we're going to get swag, we're going to use it for travel. I said, you cannot do that. It's a very, very specific grant. Took me off. I questioned Junior DA. There's kids in there from out of the county, all this. Took me off Junior DA. I did not want to do it. He made it look as if I wasn't doing what I needed to do because I questioned him. Because I knew for a fact Mr. Cuffey respectfully did not know what he was doing, period.
So I respect that is your assessment. It was clear to me that you and Mr. Cuffey were not getting along. And I'm not saying that your assessment is wrong. I want you to really listen to the words I'm saying.
And this is my personal opinion, to one woman to another is dangerous to your administration. He tells people, when I reached out to you, he told me, oh, you think your word is safe. Exactly when you reached out to Miss Willis, she called me and told me, she tell me everything. So once you reach out to her, she's going to reach back out to me. So I didn't even go to HR. And he put Dexter's name on my PDP, and I didn't even.
This is very, you can hear the emotion in Amanda Timpson's voice. You can, it's horrible. You can really hear it in her voice. She is very emotional and she feels like everything has been done wrong. And you heard her. They wanted to use that for travel, computers, using it for travel. And it's been a while since I've listened to that audio leak, so I wasn't sure if it was used for travel, but yes, she said travel. And the man's name was Mr. Cuffey. Out of DA Fani Willis's office, and they were using federal grant money again that was supposed to go to inner city youth to keep them out of gangs. And Amanda Timpson is emotional. She wants to do the right thing. She's the kind of person that you want in certain positions because she's not all about herself. We keep seeing over and over again. We see it up in Dalton with Tiffany Henry acting all gangsta because she wants money for herself, and she's all about herself. These people aren't dumb, but they are evil. Okay, allegedly evil, because it looks like right now this Fani, whatever her name is, I never know how to say her name, but it looks like she's headed towards yet another investigation because this came up. I keep telling you, well, I don't have to tell you, you already know. It's in the Bible. It says whatever is done in secret comes to the light. So the light is already on all of Fani Willis's bad deeds, all of them. And, you know, Jim Jordan, who is the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, wants those expense reports, and he is all on her tail right now, Miss Fani. Yes, he is. And he said, and he didn't really have any proof, but he's saying that this whole thing with Alvin Bragg, Jack Smith, and Fani Willis is all in an attempt to keep Donald Trump out of the 2024 election. But God's will be done. Okay, God is in control. He is. And all the evil little minions, little demons running around trying to figure out how to keep this man out of office, what God says will be, will be. And I'm pretty interested in what they're going to try and come up with to keep Donald Trump out of office. Because other countries have done some pretty horrible things, and I don't even want to mention what I think they're going to do. You all give me your comments on what you think they're going to do in this upcoming election to keep Donald Trump out of office if these indictments and trials and all of this other chaos does not work. He's trending up in the polls. He's trending up. He's getting more support from other communities that he never got before. He is doing quite well. You know, a poll after poll in certain blue areas, they're starting to turn, red. because they don't like what they're seeing with illegal immigration, the prices and the interest rates and everything else. It's harder for people to live out here, and the streets are not safe. So you give me what you all think is going to happen, because I think they're running out of options. To my knowledge, I at one point believed they were going to push forth another candidate at the DNC, at the national convention, and they still might, but it won't work with this particular candidate because this person has a lot of skeletons in her closet that could come out. And so now they're like, okay, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Because the fear is that Donald Trump might retaliate. He always said he wanted to clean house. So once he gets to the White House, he more than likely will clean house. Yeah, and that's what they're scared of. You all give me your comments, what you think. So yes, Miss Fani Willis is being investigated with this federal grant money situation that was misappropriated. And also, I just want to point out that Amanda Timpson, the whistleblower on the audio that we just heard, is 4'11". She was terminated shortly after that particular call with Fani. And they led her out she was led out by 7 armed investigators. This 4'11" woman, just for exposing dirt, exposing, bringing it to Fani. And, she was bringing it to her. So something could be done. But she probably already knew the reason we got this audio leak, that this woman is in on it too. Yes. And you heard Mr. Cuffy say, well, you talk to her, she's going to bring it right back to me. It's a bunch of corruption in that office. It needs to be dismantled. And I'm sure there are others across the country that are terrible as well. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You all be blessed. Love your families. And as I always say, march on, warriors.